Hello, 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 hello. How's it going there, FS? How are you? So we're back here at the rig. So I did some stuff with the rig here. Rig is up and working. So one thing, before you could leave the pipe in the hole and then respawn a new vehicle. You can still do it, but what you need to do is detach the pipe, despawn this, and then you need to respawn something right on top of it. So for example, you can pull one version of your rig, put it on again. So done some updating on this rig. I'll show you what I worked on. Pressurization works pretty realistically to how it would in real life. You know, it's pretty logical if you understand how pressurization works in real life. It's not 100% the same, but it is pretty logical. And so one thing you need to do is you need to consider each segment of pipe, each tank, everywhere that there could be air, there's going to be air. And because of that, you need to be able to relieve it. Or else, as the air goes, as the water, the liquid, the oil, whatever it's going to be, the liquid will compress the air. This works in real life. You put liquid into a volume, it will compress the air because it can't occupy the same space. And so it has to compress it. And the liquid cannot compress. And so as you can see here, these lines here are letting air out. So pretty much all my lines have air relief valves. My tanks have air relief valves. This has been running for quite a while. It's working well. I haven't had any issues where it's stopped working. As you can see, this one here is a little bit high in atmosphere. This could actually be having a problem. I might have to look into this. Does this have... Try to see where the relief valve is. This should be relieving. I don't know why it's not. So I have to look at this, why it's not relieving. Could be just that I don't have enough gas relief valves. So this right here is showing 59 atmospheres. It is letting it out. Likely what's happening is my pump is over pressurizing. So again, it is working logically. You know, I'm pumping in more oil than I can. The oil is coming in faster than I can get rid of the air. Let's put it that way. So let's go ahead and shut this off for a second and see if we can drop our pressure. Look at that. So we'll see what happens with this. So gas relief valve there. We are leaking 6.16 liters per second. So it looks like the pump there is pushing in more air than these can relieve. So that's fine. We can do things like put relief valves on here. So we can do some of that. Let me quickly fly in here and see what's up with this. Where is this attaching? Trying to see where this is attaching here. Okay, right here. Okay, so I screwed up. See these two filters? These are screwing my system here. So these two filters are likely screwing up my system, so I need to take these out. I forgot about those, so I did the rest of them. As you can see, put relief valves there and there on all sides, and it's working pretty well. This seems like the last loop that is having a problem, and that was my own error there, so a little bit high on these two, so I have to check these. We'll have to see what's going on with this, but relief valves are on there. We have, let's see, 1835 in there. We'll let this heat back up and exchange. We have pretty much, we're almost out of diesel, which is good. Not building up any jet fuel at present. So I'll start making some jet in there. The tanker here is almost full, so we're going to just go ahead and we'll pull this and we will take this back to base. So that is 11,185 liters of diesel for the base. So this is a big issue. A lot of new players have. You know, I made that episode of the new player career build series. This is pretty, I would recommend if you're starting a new base. I thought I shut this off. I don't know. I thought I shut space missions off. Maybe I didn't. I would recommend if you start a new game, this beginner base is fine. You know, you have to do boat. You can only do boat. I think that's limiting because if you want to, you know, if you start to get quote-unquote bored of boats or whatever, you have to then come over here and buy a base like this for 60 grand to be able to use a land vehicle. So what I would recommend is start here. You get that base for land, and you can also spawn helicopters here, small helicopters. And then you're going to immediately run into fuel problems. So if you started up here, it's kind of luck of the draw where you can get fuel. You know, you can pull a little bit of fuel out of here, but ideally what you'd have to do is you would have to come down here, buy this base for 60 grand, then you can drive over here and buy diesel. So that is very convenient, the ability to buy diesel. Maybe this is why the devs did it, because there's no place to mine oil on this island. You can buy it. Because you can mine oil here, you can't buy it. So that could be a logical decision on their part. So like if you started here, you'd have to take a boat down here, despawn it, grab a truck, you'd have to buy that base, come over here, fill up, go over here, load the oil into this base. So just despawn the truck, respawn the boat, bring it back here. So it's not that huge of a deal. A little bit of a different logistics thing. This here I think is more convenient. The ability to spawn land vehicles and helicopters. So I'm actually not hugely opposed to them having no diesel buys. I think, you know, for me, somebody who's pretty seasoned at the game, it's not a big deal. But I think for new players, they do have Chicken Sour's gas station down here. It would be cool if they just put the ability to buy diesel from all the gas stations. That way you could choose if you wanted to get into drilling or not. So I think that would be something beneficial. I have a couple oil leaks here, or oil spills here. Reason being because one of the rigs I spawned, I left a hole in the jet fuel and spewing jet fuel into the ether. So let me just check this real quick for jet fuel, and then we'll take the tanker back and put it in the base. So let me see if I'm making any. Yep, so I'm making jet fuel. So that will just be for money's sake. And then I have a couple edits I still need to do on that rig, and I can do it later. Alright, and let's get getting. Let's check all my options. I was doing some testing, so I want to make sure that stuff is not... Okay, so I was doing some testing there, so I didn't want to waste my resources again in my creative game. Landing gear could go up a little bit, but it's not bad. How's it going, Basilicious? So another edit which would be good is when the air gets in there, like I was talking about before, it's going to be harder to heat something with air in there because air is an insulator, not a conductor. The liquids are conductors. They conduct heat well. Heat is essentially vibration, so the air molecules are spaced apart from one another. They're not as compact unless you really pressurize them. And so they don't pass the vibration from one to the other very efficiently and very readily. Liquids, on the other hand, the molecules are all touching, and because of that, they easily pass the vibration. Same thing with a solid. You know, like a piece of steel is a really good conductor. It passes heat. You heat up one part of a steel piece. Let's say you have a stainless steel spoon in your hand, right? And I heat up the end of the spoon, and you're touching the handle of the spoon. It's going to very quickly burn your hand because the heat easily conducts through. If I take the same blowtorch and I hold it the same distance from your hand, it's probably not going to burn your hand, because the air cannot conduct that heat very well. So it does make sense. It is pretty realistic. It just you just have to kind of consider some of those things. So just a couple more edits. They were mostly me making mistakes with my rig, forgetting parts, and we should be really good with that rig. So I have it stopped pumping oil, so I'm going to process the last of the oil that I currently have. And so this is a good amount. So we have 10,000 liters. This is really a great 11,000 liters of diesel, and it really didn't take us that much. It really didn't cost us that much. I think the drilling rig now costs 28,000. The pumping station, I think, cost 36,000. And if you notice, I haven't been playing that many episodes, and I haven't been doing that many missions, and got quite a bit of cash pretty quickly doing it this way. Built some nice stuff, and so I think it's definitely beginners can do this. They just have to. You have to plan your economy a little bit. All right, so pull in, dump this off. I'm really liking the IFA. It's working pretty well here. I'm going to probably increase the RPS limiter on here. Give it a little bit more pep in its step. Try to get some missions done. We might work on that airplane that I started building. If you notice, I'm using my transmission to manage my speed. That's how you do it with trucks in real life. I don't have any brakes on this trailer yet, so you know, downshifting using the engine as an engine brake does work in game, you know, and so you can use that to help you slow down. All right, so what I recommend doing here is we're going to save. And I always save before I put it in the bench. I kind of think of, like, the more time I spend on doing a job, I don't want to lose it. So I spent a bunch of time getting this fuel. I don't want to just lose it. So I'm just going to recall this into the bench. We're going to look at our numbers. If something happens and it fails, I can recall a save and then pump it out. So that's why I do that. All right, and if we look at the bench, bingo, we had no problem, 11,780 liters. Now we don't have to worry about fuel anymore. So, you know, I talked about it in that beginner career build series video. You really have to start thinking about fuel right off the bat. It gives you a good bit, 5,000 liters, but especially if you're a new player, your engines are probably not going to be all that efficient. You're probably going to be wasting tons of fuel. And so it's important to keep that in mind. All right, we have a couple oil spills. They were caused by my chicanery with, you know, essentially pumping jet fuel right onto the map. So what I'm going to do here is this one I'm not going to be able to reach. It's fine. Some of them have been going on their own, but what I might do, if you notice we're up to 76 grand, I might make a little towable object that I can recover some of that oil with. So let's go ahead and do that. And as a mission, if a mission pops up, let's see, that is a space mission. I thought I shut those off, but maybe not. I might leave them on. I'm gonna leave them on in this live series. I might get to it at some point. So, all right. So let's see. We'll build something new here. And let's see. Grab a separator. Now, this is just going to be a passive separator. We'll go dump this out in the world and let it run. What do we have here? We have fluid out, and we have dense fluid out. Remember, dense fluid, you know, water is denser than oil. So, I think I want to do this. Let's add a T-piece. Okay. And I want to just make this passive. So this is just going to sit out there and it will work. So this is the dense fluid. That's going to be our water. That's going to go straight out. This one is just going to take this in and it's going to dump the, let me see if that's fluid in. Okay, I've got this screwed up. Let's fix it. Let's go like this. All right, so this here is dense. That's fluid in, so this is going to be our water. Don't do that. Do this one. So this is actually the first oil spills I've ever had since the update, so that's kind of nice. All right, this is going to be power. We're just going to do a small motor. All right. Yeah, I'll turn on symmetry now. And so this is just going to be towed out. We'll leave it in the ocean. We'll go get it later when it's full. And we'll drag it back. So pretty simple. So that's fluid out. This is dense fluid out. So this is going to be oil. That's going to be water. Okay, where are we at here? Right there. Okay. That's off. We'll go ahead and we will put an angled piece there like so. And I'll make sure we burp the system with having plenty of air relief valves on there. Okay. All right, so that's going to pour the oil directly down in here. And that will be held inside the tank here, so there's really not that much out there, I don't think, so we don't need to worry about, you know, bringing too much, but this will be nice and small. So the dense fluid out is our water. So, and because that's our water, that can be dumped right into the ocean. Right there. All right, and that's the motor there. So we're gonna we'll finish sealing up this volume here. Now, in real life, the oil inside, this would still float. It would float lower, but it would still float if it was full of oil. They actually, when they're bringing up parts of the Titanic for putting in museums and stuff, they use bags full of diesel. They don't use water. They don't use air because the air would be crushed. You know, we talked about that before. Why, you know, helium's not the best thing to float, you know, theoretically. An airship, the best thing would be a vacuum, but you can't, you know, you just can't make a non-collapsible volume that's light enough, you know, so you have to put the helium in there so that it counteracts the air trying to crush it. All right, let's see. So that's in there. All right, good. Let's grab a solar panel. What do these cost? 400. That's not too bad. So this is just going to run as much as it can run with solar panels. That's it. It's not going to. It doesn't need to be insane. It's going to run whenever it has solar. It's going to stop running when it doesn't. You know. Because I don't plan on spilling oil that often. So like I said, this is the first oil spills I've actually had. So, and it was because I just had a hole in my rig. So let's check the plumbing in here. All right, so we need to have an air relief valve in here. Let's see, where can I punch one in? Let's get rid of symmetry. Right there, looks good. I might actually put one in there. So let's do pipe, P-piece and close. And so this will burp this line as well. So that will go from there. So that's going to be pushing the water out, I believe. Let me check that. Which one are you here, guy? That is, yep, dense fluid. That's water. So that's water being pushed out. So if any air gets in there, we will just burp it from here. I can actually do this. All right, so we'll go... gas relief valve right here. And then a T-piece, like so. Another gas relief. And fluid port. And what I'll probably do is, let's see, blue port like that. All right, so that should burp the top. And then we have where's the oil coming in? So that's oil coming in right there. So we'll put a burp on this. And so we'll just burp it directly into the volume here. And then the other one will relieve it, so. So this should also push air right directly in, but we'll, see, is this going to push air in? That will push air in. So actually, we're all right. We don't need that because this is going to push air and liquid into this volume, and then the air can escape through this system here. So that's fine. We don't need that. We have an electric motor here. All right. All right, so let's see. Where's the arrow pointing right there? All right. All right, and then we want some way to get the oil out of this. Probably do at the bottom. All right, so this should fill up with oil in this volume. Let's make a quick microcontroller. Let's see, what do I want to do with this? I'm gonna put a battery in there, so we'll go number input battery. All right, yeah, we'll do battery, and then we'll just do a number output. Actually, you know what we'll do? Let's do this. I think I can do this without a microcontroller. I'm trying to keep this super simple and just have it work. Give me this, please. Thank you. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to hook up the electricity. So what we'll do is this here is going to hit the motor. And then what we'll do is we'll take a battery. Battery will just stick inside. Right, like so. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll take this and plug that in there. And then what we'll do is we'll take the charge and it will automatically decrease the output as the battery depletes, which will slow the motor, and then the solar panel will recharge it. So let's go ahead and we'll recover. All right, oil recovery bell. All right, let's go ahead and grab our boat. What's this weigh? 460? Okay, it's not that bad. Let's find the boat. There it is. Okay. That's actually going to be good for the boat. I can make this float better. So let's go. Where's the center of gravity? Right there. All right, so what we'll do here is I can put in wedges like that on either side. And then I can take rope, which will be, I don't know why it didn't come out this color. Okay, there's a rope. And this will go like so. All right, and so that will lighten us up even more. Oh, don't spawn. I meant to save. You see it's auto-clearing some of the spills. So I wonder if the devs put that in recently to make it because, you know, like I've literally had no oil spills until I actually poured oil out onto the ground, you know, and so a bunch of people are they're saying they always get oil spills. I've never had them, so I wonder how much of it is actually people just putting oil on the ground and for some reason expecting not to have to clean up their oil when they spill it in the ground. But all right, let's go ahead and heal myself here. Okay. And we'll spawn the bell. Let's read a little chat here. Yeah, perfect vacuum's impossible. You're not getting all the molecules out, you know, and you know, that's the issue is, you know, if you could make an airship and you could have some sort of like carbon nanotube, it would still be, it would have to be incredibly strong to be able to counteract the air pressure, you know, and so it's just, theoretically, could you come up with some magic material that would work? Sure, but you know, practically speaking, it's just not going to happen. You know, you need to have that, and a lot of people just don't understand the physics and the chemistry of any of this. And it was like, you know, you had a lot of people when the pressure update's coming out. Oh, this is awesome! I can put compressed gas in my boat to make it float better. And it's like, no, 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 no. The more gas you put in, the worse it's going to float because gas weighs something. Eventually, you compress the gas enough. It is now a liquid, and you've just filled your ship with liquid. So if you think of it that way, you know, continually compressing your gas in your ship to try to float better, it's like putting liquid in your ship. It's not going to make it float better. It's going to make it float worse. Yeah, but a lot of people I don't think have that basic chemistry physics understanding, so. Which is understandable. There are some people who are quite young playing the game and may have yet to get to that point. So let's see. Rope, I want... Again, this is another great update that I was thrilled with. Let me see. What is it? B? It should be B, right? For rope change length? What's up with the rope change? It should be B, right? To change the length of the rope. I changed a keybind, so I'm curious if that is problematic now. It was B, right? To change the length of the rope. Let me see. I'll read some chat here while I'm here. That's good. Yep, FS talk about adding relief ports. How's it going there, Zachy? Can't pump out the last... Why do you need to pump out the last 0.00001 of your airlock? Why? Just don't. There's no need to pump out. I have mine set to 2 decimal places. You know. Yeah, just that's the thing is just don't make it that much. Angle piece wrong on the oil out. What are you talking about? Let's see. Let's look. Fuck, I have too many vehicles in here now. I gotta recall it. Alright, let's hope that's actually broken. Let's see. Let's check it. Angle piece on the oil out. Does the stream randomly freeze? Nope, that's got to be a YouTube thing. People always complain about it, and then it's never on my end, so there's nothing I can do about the stream freezing. It's internet or a YouTube thing. Likely some sort of bad hop on the internet. All right, let's grab this back. So FS is saying there's a bad angle on the oil out, so let's look at it. That would be definitely good to find now. Let's see. Oil out is where? Oil out is on the top. Oil out's on the top. Okay. So I actually can delete a bunch of this here to make more volume in there. Let's see which one's supposed to be bad here. Okay, this one right here. Okay, thank you. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Definitely good to catch that. I appreciate that. Let's see. Let us see. Needs to get rid of that. I'm going to just do piping because I can actually increase the volume here. We'll go like that. I don't need it to route this way anymore. Actually, I do. I still need to go to the corner, but right, let's go like that. Thank you, FS, for pointing that out. Cut this and move that back. There. Right. Spawn that in. Why can I not change the length of my rope? Yeah, I can't remember what it was supposed. It was B. Can't change it for some reason, but we'll just run with a 40 on here. Yeah, it could be browser, it could be a bunch of stuff, but I've had people talking about it before, and I refresh and everything else, and it's never on my end. It's just something with. Generally, it could be, you know, it's likely an internet thing. Oh, R? Okay. Yeah, it recalls the vehicles, so thanks for that. Yeah, check that. Alright. So R. Let's try 8 meters on these. So we'll go there, and then we'll grab this one. Don't flip, you scum. Let's try 8 meters on there. I don't know how I missed that. I read all the patch notes too. Let me hook it to this rope anchor, please, game. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's get out of here. Try not to go too fast because this is reasonably heavy compared to this little boat, so. It's taking us a little while to get out there. So the oil spill, okay, that's typical. The oil spills are all gone. That's the other thing. I think the devs quietly added it so that over time it just deletes out some of the oil spills. Just spent all that time, and it's just it's ended them. But whatever, you know, I've got a new built thing. So quickly, I'll just leave this out in the world for now. But we'll see how this runs. So I might just recall this because it's going to need a little bit of weight in the bottom to keep it upright. So let's see what our charge is here. Yeah, so the system's currently running. Let me see. Is it taking in water? This is pushing... What is this one? This one pushes... What's this one do? Pull? I can't remember. That's got to be a water inlet. Alright, so literally the thing that we're just working on is no point because it's now over. So, all the oil spills. But we do have it for future use, so... And this boat can pull it, so... Good, so what we'll do is just drag this out. I'll put a couple weight blocks on it, get this to sit right. And then, yeah, that was a great update, the rope length thing, because it's like... This used to be a pain in the ass because you have one rope shorter than the other, and so, like... they would auto lengthen, and so like with this, I can control the motion of that because the ropes are equidistant. Like I can start pulling it back behind me by turning right here. I'm pulling it back in line with me. If I want it to go to my right, I can use that right rope to pull it away, where before you couldn't do that because they would just auto lengthen. So this is kind of cool and nice. And then you'd have to have winches if you wanted to do that. So it added a lot of complexity. Microcontrols made small stuff even harder. Alright. Third person's the devil. Alright, let's get in there, guy. Alright, so I'm going to recall this first. Alright. And hopefully that's close enough to recall. There we go. Bingo. Alright, so let's put some weight blocks on this. Let's see how this sits. I'll actually do this. Let's go Simyao tree. You know, I don't think it's wasted time because I ended up, you know, where inevitably if we get another oil spill, this can be launched. So it's not a waste of time if it becomes useful later. And I missed one. So there we go. Oh, because of that. Okay. I don't know if I like that or not, but whatever. Let's see how it floats. Now, I don't know if it's going to float when it is full of oil, but it should, you know, it would in real life. You fill that sucker with oil, it should float. Because the oil is literally, like, less dense. It should float IRL. Looks like probably too much mass on there, so let's just weight block it. Wanted to kind of test it with battle cannons, because that's, what was that, 40-10 force, you know, 160 mass there. So let's do fluid port. You know, so this isn't, you know, this is small. It doesn't, the point of this thing is to passively run. It's not like I'm going to sit there and babysit it. So that's why I kind of just did the, you know, kind of the formula with it. Was it doesn't need to be, ultra complex, you know. All right, so that's, let's test that really quick, see how it bobs and weaves. Probably a little on the heavy side. Probably can do with minimal, because I am worried about it when it fills up with oil. But we get to move on because luckily all the oil went away. And I don't have to deal with it. So let's save this really quick. But that is another tool in the toolbox, so it wasn't really wasted time. All right, good. Read some chat. Yeah, thanks for the telling me how to do it with the R now. Yeah, I didn't see they changed it. I must have read it and forgot about it. Yep, yeah, it was annoying before. You had to make sure you looked up or else you'd bring your thing back to the workbench. How's it going there, Citrus? Yep, got a cleaner for next time, so that's why I never see these things as wasted time. It's like, you know, you end up using it for something. All right, let's see what our time of day is. Override time is on. Let's shut it off. Let's override time. We'll go to morning. I'm just going to... Night's hard for everybody to see, so... Just move the day and then go ahead and... go to sleep, get a mission. I want to get some missions done. Maybe work on that airplane a little bit. So what Citrus missed was... put 11,000 liters of diesel in the bench from the rig, so... Let's actually go like that. Bingo. Alright. And we'll get a mission. How's it going there, Rasmus? Extinguish all fires. Rescue 4 to the hospital. Let's give that a look. Right here. Look at that. Old wagon radioed for help. 11 grand with 4 people. So that's about 23 grand. That's good money. We're going to go hit that. What do we want to go hit these people with? Fires and hospital. So let's see. Fires and hospital. So let's see if I can't get that. That's too big. I don't think the fire truck will spawn in that bench, but we'll see. Might be too big. If not, we'll take something else. Nope, too big. Okay. Could firebug and light them on fire even worse. They just need something with some capacity to hold people. 4. Okay, that's 3. I think I know what vehicle I want. Oh, I forget what I called it. Looking for the amphibious. There's amphibious land ship. Alright, let's take this. What's that cost? 26 grand? Cheap. I don't know how some people get their builds so expensive. 1, 2, 3. Okay, plenty of space in here. Alright. You know what? I have not edited this, so let's check the systems here. Make sure that this all works. So it has custom tanks, I think. Let's see. I haven't edited any of the systems in this. Is fuel in here? It's gotta be fuel in here. That's diesel right there, alright. What are you? Can you be deleted? You can be deleted, okay. Let's try theirs better, I think. Make sure those are identical, they are. Okay, so we're just gonna put purges on these. That's good to get back to some of these vehicles I haven't touched in a while. Alright, so hopefully that's going to work fine. Let's see, what else did I need here? Check, make sure I should have all my equipment that I need. Yep, fire X is right there. Alright, good, let's save this. Alright, let's try, make sure this runs. Are you at there, handle? Do I actually remember where a bunch of the stuff is in this? So. Let's try to go this way. There we go. Come on, come on, get around the corner. Being a pain in the ass there. Let's see. There we go, alright. What's going on? Is the wind blowing me? I think the wind is blowing me. Interesting. Wind must be up. This thing's gnarly and this can take a bump. But it does have a big side, so the wind's blowing me. We probably have like hurricane strength wind right now. I am worried about the temperature, so we gotta keep an eye on the temp. So we're going a good 91 miles an hour. So nice and fast, this vehicle. So should be able to do this rescue pretty quickly. Bat fuel, okay, good. There it is. I sees it. Steering is because the wind's trying to blow me over the whole time. That's why I'm a little bit all over the place. I'm having to put in a wind correction here. It's trying to weather vane me into the wind, like into the wind. That's how you actually go. Like some people look shit. Alright, that's not good. That's really not good. Alright, get out of the fire, you jackass. There we go. That's not good. Okay, where's the fire at in here? Okay, fire's out. Alright, that sucks. Let's see. Do I have... I should have torches on here if I can remember where the hell I put them. That sucks. Alright. The wind was out of control, man. What's the wind even at? 49%? It was that bad? Wow. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna burn my engine up with that running like that. I'm gonna get stuck in the cabinets too if I'm not careful. Yeah, I'm gonna get stuck in the cabinets. Stuck in the cabinets. There we go. I'm out. Alright. Trying to see where my... I don't remember where my my repair torches are. I might have forgot to put them in there. I'm in the fucking cabinet again. Get out of there, you dickhead. Come on. No time for you and your being in the cabinets. Where is, did I have repair torches in here? I can't believe I made this without repair torches. I may have. Yeah, I might have not put repair torches in here. It might be above the fire extinguisher. I just can't see because of this jackassery going on here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, did I not put repair torches in this at all? I don't think I did. Alright. Whatever, we're gonna have to go take a trip back and fix this. Awesome. Upside down here. Alright, we're gonna go get a repair torch. I'm just gonna no-clip because this should have repair torches in it here. And I don't want to make you guys watch me run around all day long. That's the wrong direction. So yeah, need to add repair torches to this. Ugh, keep forgetting them. Break my legs. Okay. Dude, I can't believe the wind was that strong. Because I was having to fight it the whole time, and then I got wobbly. And it is pretty high center of gravity, but it also is, it's also, you know, big sail for the wind to hit. I have to try to drag this sucker over. I should have just, you know what I should have done? Just grabbed the tow truck because I need it anyway. Okay. I should have grabbed the tow truck while I was there. I don't have anything that can help this tip over right now. I need the tow truck. Alright, I'll repair it and go back get the tow truck. This build's got a lot of stuff hidden inside. The other thing, too, is probably because it has the suspension on it. It gets wobbly. Usually don't run suspension for this reason, as it gets a little bit wobbles. Okay. I'm gonna go back and get the tow truck. These people are burning to death behind me. Because the rescue vehicle needs rescuing, so... Where's the wrecker? There's... Read some chat here. You want to see me run for 40 minutes? Yeah. Alright, this thing pulls everything. Does not have a crane on it, but we shouldn't need the crane. Famous last words. Eventually, I want to build a crane truck. So, actually make a crane truck. I don't want to just do another wrecker with the crane on it. I want to make a proper crane truck. So, that could be something interesting and fun to build. As a proper crane truck would be kind of cool. I would enjoy that. Yep, yeah, a bunch of the stuff's years old. Yeah, I don't mind the dark. Like I've worked nights most of the time. I kind of like it. I'm not a big sun person. I like a sunny day is nice, but it's it's better than a gray day. But I'd rather night than a gray day. I need headlights. Engine temps aren't bad. Like, I've really had no vehicles overheating so far. I haven't gone into some of my boats and airplanes and checked those out, but, we'll see as I check some stuff out. Maybe working on that plane soonish. I have rolled this before, so I think it's the suspension. I generally don't do suspension on my builds. I think they act a little bit more stably. Especially for trucks. Like, cars are fine, but trucks, they tend to be... You'd have very, very stiff suspension. I can't get the suspension as stiff as they would be IRL. Where's the center of gravity? I think right behind the lights probably is CG. So... I don't think it's going to need much to get it tipped back over. I had the CG pretty good on this. Alright, let's get out of the door here. Come on. Alright, let's go down. Yep, so let's see. Where's Magall? The hell's Mag? Oh, I put it in the back on this one. Okay. Right, let's go up. Okay. Gonna be a pain in the ass, huh? Let me get it out of reverse. Okay. Oh, I was in reverse 2. No wonder it was still going. I'd have to build this crane sooner than later here. Come on, come on, come on. Get it. Oh, you dickhead. Couldn't hit the button fast enough. But that button needs to go on the side. Can't get the button fast enough. I'm like standing in between the builds. Okay, there we go. The wind is crazy right now. Okay. Should put some rope anchors on this too. I don't think I have any rope anchors on top for tipping this over, so. Yep, casualties are dying. Okay. Shit, that's not working the way I want it to. That's not working the way I want it to. I really should have put some rope anchors on the roof. I guess I need to do that too. Alright. Get out there, see what I can do. Problem is there's no friction, so I can't get any friction off the ground to get this to bury in. So let's see. Alright, so let's get in the driver's seat. Let's go up a hair. So let's click that. Alright, let's go winches down. So that puts the T-bar down. Let's get this as close to the ground as I can get it. Alright. Yeah, they're dying, whatever. Probably should have just gone over and rescued them really quick, but whatever. Whatever. Okay. Alright, so let's start by, we'll go main winch up, main boom up, rather. Okay, and then the T-bar is not going to be close enough. I'm trying to see if I can get under this and roll it over. I need, it's close. It's close to being able to get this rolled over. It's just on the edge, and I don't have the, let me see. I've got an idea. Come on, jump, you. My guy doesn't want to jump anymore. It's quite obnoxious. Come on, jump, jump, grab, jump, grab, jump, grab. Dickhead. He, like, doesn't want to jump up anymore. It's quite annoying. No, don't do this. Why is that on toggle, is the question. Okay, so I gotta do some edits on this. That's insane. That was on toggle, like, max speed. So, that was nuts. That is nuts. The winch is, like, way too fast. The winch is supposed to be slow when it's fast. Stop winching. Alright, we're gonna do it off this winch here. I can still use the boom, but let's see what I can do here. The music over? That was a quick playlist. Fucking hell. This thing, got this in super fast speed too. Go in reverse 1. There we go. Right. I'm gonna need a crane here sooner than later. This works fine if I don't have to completely recover, but I don't have enough rope anchors on this. I actually have an idea what I'll do next, and that should work. I think I have one on the bumper, so let's go back. Do I have one on the front bumper? I do. Okay, perfect. Still in reverse. Alright. Trying to see. I can't see. Okay. Right there. All right. It's actually working. Grabbing just under there is helping. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put the supports down. Supports don't help with friction, but they help me tip over. Okay. Alright, one more idea here. Nice. All right. Yep, supports need to come up. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll set the brake. And let's grab... Can't grab the other friggin' winch in the middle because it's too fast. It will instantly pull it in and it'll be a disaster because it's on toggle. So I need this one. Let's see. Don't have any other... Could theoretically, if I had a hose, I could fix it with the hose, but I don't think I have a hose on me. So let's see what's in my toolboxes. I have a hose. I don't think I have any hoses on this. Nah, they're just ropes. Okay. Let's try this. This is going to be a pain in the ass, this winch here, because this winch wants to instantly retract, so I need to fix that. See how fast it is? It's at max speed, so it's an absolute disaster area. Let's see. That one's hooked to there. Okay. Yeah, that's not helpful. We might be have it just. I might have this buried in enough on me to help, but we'll see. Ah, shit. Okay. Try to see what I can do here. Where's this rope anchor going? The front? Where the fuck is it? Where's that? Oh, it's going this bottom one here. Okay, this one. I need more ropes on this. It's part of the problem. Fuck you. Alright. This is being annoying. It's just the center of gravity is a little bit too low. It's like the opposite problem now. The center of gravity is too low. Right. Alright. Let's get this boom down. Re-rope this sucker. Use the terrain to help me if I need to. Okay. Alright, I might actually have an idea of what I'm doing wrong here. So. Driver's side winch up. Let's try. See, the problem is in real life the cables would wrap around the body and it would flip it. This, the cables go right through, so I can't get it to flip because of that. I think. Alright. What do we have? A piece of structure around here? We do. Alright. Can't steer like this, but need a crane truck. So benefit is that helps me figure that out. Actually, we don't need that much of an edit here. Let's do this. Let us disconnect from this bad John. I have like a small edit I need to make on this, and it will work. So let's see. keep that for now. All right, we gotta go back, and I'm gonna make some edits to this. Why is this not going? Are my Maggles on? They are. Okay. Alright, there is something. I have a middle winch. The issue is that I didn't bring any sort of Magall to deal with it. So I need to put a Magall on there so I can tip it over. That needs some rope anchors on the top. That way I can get that. But just mechanically, the problem is I can't use the cable like I would in real life. Like if you hooked one of the rear cables and you put it under the body, it would work like a sling and it would flip it over. But the ropes clip through the body, so I can't do it like I would. So we'll head back. I'll make a couple edits on this, and that will make this better. Yeah, center of gravity, and that's pretty low, so it's hard to get. Like, I really got to slide it up and under. What's up with my time of day here? Is it working? Override time's off. It got late super fast too. What? It's drag up my day duration here. That's my other world is set to have the long days, and this is just like buzzing through days fast. I'm like, why is it dark every 2 seconds? All right, so this center winch here, I gotta check on this one. So this one here is controlled by what? Let's see, I want, all right, so I need to fix this winch here too. This one here are these, and I have those as toggles, which I want them as toggles, but the problem is this one is at, let's like make it like 0.1 because I need that to be slower. Okay, that helps. And then which is this one controlled by? This one is controlled here by CWD. CWD, okay. So CWD is 11, okay. Let's find 11 on here. Out 11. So 11 is this one. Center. Okay. All right, so that's this one. All right. How much space do I have on this microcontroller? Not much. All right. So let's go. Put that backwards, didn't I? You're powered, right? You are powered. Beautiful. Okay. Let's make sure that behaves itself. Okay, that behaves itself. Go back down. It does. Okay, but the rescuer needs the rescue. How's it going there? Daniel, how's it going there? Timothy, how are you? How's you? See if we can't get this sucker rolled over here. So this should help. The boom I can now connect to the roof. Center of gravity is quite low in this, so it I gotta get it quite high in order to get it to tip back up. If the top was pretty heavy, it'd probably want to roll back over, but it does not. So I think all those people are dead from the rescue. Oh well. Not the only one. Not the only rescue service in town. Put the fire out though. We can get $3 grand off them. Should do carcass removal. Give us a couple pennies for moving the carcasses somewhere. You know, in real life, you have enough friction too off the ground that you can do some tricks, but I don't have any friction, so I can't do that. I think the center of gravity is about the middle. I tried to balance it pretty well on this one, if I remember correctly. So let's hopefully we don't grab the ground. I think we're a little bit close there. Let's stop there. Check on it. Open up, please, door. Thank you. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. I just never put a mag all in the middle. That was the main problem. There we go. We don't really need a crane. We're good. The size difference. This Mac is not light either, so. I still have my torch on me. I don't. Let's grab one of these torches here out of the toolboxes. Ropes galore. I don't need it. They're spares. Alright. Let's get in here and set the parking brake. Excuse me. Oh, don't jump off the top. I just got up here, guy. Right. I left all my cabinetry open. I want this. Oh, did I kill the battery? I might have killed the battery. Let's see. Battery's dead. Yeah, I killed the battery. The starter was going forever, so I killed the battery. Do I have a power connect? I don't know if I do. Probably not. That's why it's good to have a manual door on here at least. So, all right, we'll go ahead and we will tow this out of here. Let's get in position here. Where's the bumper height? What the hell is this all about? Let's lower this down again. Let's raise you up. Okay. Lower that down. A little bit more. Okay. And we'll go grab this sucker, and we'll tow it over to the rescue, put that fire out, and then we'll tow it back. So, like, one of the most important things you can have in game is a good tow truck. I don't crash that much, but when I do, it usually is ugly. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that middle winch was nuts. That's just like a winch for winching, like, long projects. Like, if something fell down a hill or in the water and you had to get it out of there. And so it's designed to like winch long distances, but I didn't mean for it to have the insanity of itself where it was like instant max speed and then it was on toggle, so it's dragged it in really fast. Right, I think and I hope that my brakes are off on that, but this thing should pull it anyway. Standard day. Calamity and problems. I'm gonna take the button off of that. I might take it off that mag-all. It's kind of garish the way it is. The one thing I wish you could do is with a connector, you can grab the connector and hold it. I wish you could hold the end of a mag-all with the E key, because that would make it so that you could, I don't have to put a handle on there. Gets a little excessive having all that crap. I wasn't far off. I didn't have to get it much higher than I had it to do it. Oh, we still have a dude alive. If you would have like helped and dragged your fellow man off to the side, we would have been in great shape there, buddy. All right. Let's see. We'll make it look like they died while in the car. It wasn't our fault. They were in the car at the time, officer. There we go. How are you doing? You ready to get out of here? Good. Let's get this John in here. Wrong bed. I'm not doing the long heel. It'll take me forever. Yeah. Get up there, son. Get up there, son. Let me see what's going on here with the chat real quick. Let's see. No baby for a few hours and work has quite a downtime partake in some of the devil's lettuce. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I often fall in the props of my boats. That was my goldfish, my my personal watercraft there. That had an issue with that, where if you stepped off the seat, trying to check his health. All right, let's get out of here. Probably take the brake off. There we go. Yeehaw, come on there. There's somebody who used to hang around the chat who used to drive wreckers, and I forget what that T-bar is called in the back. Yeah, a lot of this, like, that has to do with the suspension. Like, the wind was howling, man, and I was trying to show you guys that the vehicle will try to weather vane into the wind, and so I was getting wiggly, and eventually I get to the point where that's, the right front dug in, and it rolled me. That's actually, like, one of the most dangerous things that happens IRL is if you blow a steer tire on a tractor-trailer, if that left, or it doesn't have to be left, but if the front steer tire, if the rim grabs, it will roll you really quickly, and that's I think what happened was got sideways, that front right compressed, and it lowered it, and then it dug in and rolled us. Because it is pretty, it is reasonably top heavy. It's not insanely top heavy, but that's literally I think the first time I've rolled it. So just keep an eye on our temperature here. Yeah, we're fine. Temp's fine. Like, look at that temp. People, like, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't cool anything anymore. And I understand with boats and planes. Boats and planes are different, but a lot of people are talking about they can't cool their cars anymore. Sometimes your cars are tough because they're small, and you have to rev the engines high to get any power, kind of like the big man car for the challenge, or like some of my, like the Croc has no cooling. That's tough because it's a one cylinder. But like you have something big, it shouldn't be a problem. Like you notice we're up at 32.7, so a lot of it is like people not putting proper transmissions in. They're trying to like do like a 4-speed for a big truck, and so they have to rev the hell out of it to get any power where they should be using the gears to get power. If you use your gears and your transmission properly, you should be able to keep the revs nice and low. And you know, as we're in the arid biome, I've got it floored, but I'm only doing I don't know if this tack's got to be faked, so I might be doing 10 RPS. Yeah, we got oil spills cleaning themselves up still. I think what the devs did is if you get a spill under the map, it's auto cleaning. So that's what my thought is. I do kind of like this emerging gameplay, though. You get a little bit of the, you know, crashes and rolls, and it gives you a reason to have a tow truck and stuff like that. I'd love to get a crane going. A proper crane would be kind of cool for the really bad situations. Oh, my mirrors aren't working. I should put the new mirrors on this that I have on some of my other stuff. Dump these peeps off. So we actually did make a little bit of cash on this. I probably should just run over and put the fire out, but had a couple dopes standing in the fire. Probably this guy's family. They're not dopes. They just unfortunate people with concussions. Couldn't move themselves. You guys could have like dragged them like 10 feet, but won't blame you for that. So I should probably put a battery port on this so that I can recharge a battery too. Put a cable anchor on this so I can recharge this thing's battery. At least I can, if I can get the engine started, what am I doing? At least if I get the engine started, I can get the alternator going and recharge. Zang, see ya. All unaccounted have believed to die. I threw them in the windshield of the car, so I think they are dead. But this tow truck works really well for most situations, and so it was just what happened to the? Oh, it flipped in front there. I was like, what happened to the dong there for lifting? So I'll put a new dong on there for lifting, but that one's working well now. So be able to shrink it up a little bit. Put a new mag all on there. See, I'm using the gearing to slow down. A lot of people don't do that. Just tap your gear down. When you're going into your turn, the engine will brake like it would in real life. So, but despite the issues, it was good to get this amphibious truck back out there and play with it a little bit. So that was a live build. So I'm trying to do most stuff I've done live builds, and then I want to make a lot of the new stuff. But if I make exclusively new stuff, I don't ever get to play with some of my old toys. So. Oh, whoa, stop. Do not put it over the cliff, you dickhead. There we go. That is not what I want. I do not want that. Alright. What is it connected to if both maggles are off? Oh, it isn't. Okay, that's good. Alright. There we go. Alright, good. So let's see. I'll leave it like this for now. I'll just save it. Alright, good. So that wrecker is a little bit updated. So now we have that little boom crane on there. That tiny little bit of crane helps. Have you watched any of Matt's off-road recovery guy on YouTube? Has a fleet of off-road tow trucks since she's business. Oh no, I have not seen that. I have seen some wrecker work. It's quite impressive that they can, especially with the booms, they can do some pretty impressive stuff. I'm just gonna hit the head really quick, guys. I'll be right back. Let's see. Yep, Zacky's seen it. Let's see, what do we want to do next? Yeah, look at the old mapperoni. So, a lot of this oil stuff was because like I said, I had a hole in my oil rig and I was pissing jet fuel right out in there. Let's drag that sucker out here. We got one close, and we'll try to start sucking up some of that oil. It's passive, so it should just sit out there and, you know, take care of some of this oil on its own. Somebody was saying that you can pretty much just leave it out there, and it kind of, I don't know how well it considers each chunk its own chunk, so. Yeah. Can I push myself backwards with this fire extinguisher now? I can. Look at that. Faster water transport. Wonder if anyone's made a. I have yet to do it, but it'd be kind of cool to do a an air-powered boat with trying to use the compressed gases for propulsion. That would be kind of neat. Might have to try that at some point. All right, there's the oil recovery bill. Let's go get this out in the world here. Here. Oh, that's neat. I'll have to look at the. I'll have to look at that show. That sounds like fun. Alright, get rid of that. Rope. That is convenient that they changed it to R. Also, it's what a pirate says. There's the hook right there. Okay, good. Nice thing with having the handle is I can jump right in. Seems like they're still did the thing where the mass of the ropes is quite high because it's doing that. Be nice if they'd fix that. Should make the ropes weigh nothing. You know, of course they weigh something in real life, but it's not really. Come on, swim, you dickhead. It's not really all that realistic that they're this heavy, you know. So they might as well, for all intents and purposes, they should be weigh nothing. You know, because they don't, their ropes are already not physicalized. It's like pretty silly to deal with that, you know. There we go. All right, let's get out of here. We'll go put this one. This one's closed, so if I bob in this water again, I'll be annoyed. I think it's right up here off that shore there. Let me look in the map. Yeah, it's right over here. So just dragging out for those who may not have seen it earlier. So this is just a kind of a static automatic oil drilling bell. So it will just sit here in the water and bob. I should call it bob. And it will use the solar panel, so it will just essentially run the battery at the same rate, run the pump at the same rate as the battery. So if the battery is at 100%, it runs the electric motor at 100%. If it's at 20, it runs it at 20. And then the solar panel will just come back up. And so it's not going to be operating very fast or quickly, but it doesn't need to because it's hands off. I just let it do its thing, so I don't have to be monitoring it for very long. How's it going there, Fiat? What's happening? Not too much. A bunch of calamity. Let's see. Brought some diesel back, so the refinery's working pretty well. I just need to fix a couple more things that I missed. That's working pretty well. Brought back 11,000 liters of diesel back to the bench, so we have plenty of diesel for a while. Making some jet fuel. I'm going to try to run through the last of the oil that I have in that, and that way I can despawn it and fix it. Sell some of that jet fuel. I'll see you later, Zachy. Yep, watch that be the one we're going to right now. It is. Okay. I wonder if we might have done that. So let's leave this where it is. Let's just let this passively clean the whole time. We don't need to monitor it. So that's the whole reason this thing got built, was I wanted to passively do this. I don't want to have to babysit it. So this thing will just sit here and pump. As you can see, it's pushing out water. So it is sucking in water. It's cycling, and it's just based off the solar panel. So you see we're down to 90% battery. It doesn't matter because we're just going to let it sit here and do its thing. And it can be dragged wherever it needs to be to do oil. And then when we finally get to bigger ships, that will actually be able to be craned on top of the ship and dumped in the water. So I will at some point put a light on it so that you can tie it into the in-game clock, and it will the light will come on at night. So as you're driving around, you won't slam into them. But this little boat works pretty damn well for how cheap and inexpensive and simple it is. So I kind of like having some simple stuff. Yeah, missed it. Tried not to miss the ladder. All right, good. So let's grab this. Let's work on the plane a little bit. I'll show you guys what I did on the plane so far. I'm just going to no clip because we're back into working mode. I'm going to we'll switch up the saves. We'll go to, let's save this really quick. And we'll go to the custom game and we'll work on that plane some. So didn't do much building here. Right there. Yeah, so this is going to be our plane for this. I like doing rescues in planes. Like, I'd even take it out on that little rescue there. You know, it's nice and quick and efficient. Kind of like a bush pilot, you know. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Have it communicate its fill level and stuff. That'd be neat. Yes. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm going to see how Bob works, and then if Bob's working pretty well, I'll refine the design. That's a good idea, Rasmus. All right, so this is the plano that I made, or started making. I made the fuselage for it. So it fits in that base, as you can see. It's pretty good size, not too bad. It can hold one of my pallets, so I have a palletized system I use. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna raise up the gear here. I'll show you the gear. So gear is pretty much in there. These hips here, that's the fuel. That has a good bit of fuel on it. The hips can slide. If I need to move them forward, I'll readjust them. But gear works pretty well. Which one is it? Infinite electricity is on. Yep, that's the inside doors. Okay, so here is the gear retraction. And then that's going to be the inside doors there to seal this up. So I need to finish doing the seals on them. This is the nose wheel doors. So that's it with the gear up. So the gear is nice, working well. Gonna be diesel powered. So we'll get working on this. All right, we'll finish by putting on. Yeah, we'll plumb this up. So this needs to be, of course, it's a 4 instead of a 5. Huh. Should have made that a 5. Let me see if this screws things up here. I think, where's the collision? The collision's right here, right? So I don't even know why I need that. Let's do this really quick. Let me see if this will fit the way I have it here. This may or may not work. We'll see. I'm worried about the collision of the wheel, so that's why I'm kind of playing with some XML there to see. So yeah, see, that is a collision problem, so I need to deal with that. All right. So I'm gonna have to XML a block in there to make this work. Unfortunately, actually, that's not a big deal. I can fix this. So let's cut this out. Let's turn on symmetry so we don't have an aneurysm. Okay, that's good. And then this will fix our problem. Because it has to be, you have to pretty much XML in odd increments. Because they go in halves, so this is going to be That's going to be a 1x3. Alright, and I had a 1x3, so let's see. That's a 3x4, 1x3 right here, wedge. All right. As much as it would be nice if they had these parts innate, the benefit of being able to do this is, so the collision is just in the center here. The other parts don't have a collision. So I'm essentially farming it to not have collisions is kind of the dealio here. And then if this goes out, see, the door comes in, it covers this, and then that's going to have to go out 1. So that's got to be down like that. Okay. We'll see if this is going to hit the tire. It might hit the tire on the hub. Ah, come on, man. Behave yourself there, merge tool. All right, and let's go ahead and we'll cut that. I shouldn't have cut that. Let's go ahead and I need to copy this. Go around like that. All right. And what I'm going to do for now is this, but what I can do is center of collision's there. I might have to make this a 4-banger. Yeah. 4 or 5. I might even have to do a 5. All right. So this is probably going to have a collision problem, but I'm going to test it. We'll see. Okay. Nope, that works. All right, beautiful. That's even easier than I thought it was going to be. So that works. Let's make sure I can put some pieces in here. But that's beautiful. That works. All right. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's just go like this. Make sure this doesn't have any collision problems whatsoever. One of the nice things with XML is the collision is in its original position. So because it came off of a 1x1 block, it only has one block that has any sort of physicality to it. It's having a little problem here. I would say it was with the parts I just put in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out here. And if you put a wedge in here, the wedges have smaller collisions. So let's see if that still has a collision problem. Because that's when you can get some phantom physics, is blocks trying to merge into each other. So notice it's flush mounted. There are no issues right now. And then let's close it, see if we have any issues. None. So that's how you find where your bad collisions are. Is right here was where they were colliding. And so that's fixed now. So gorgeous. That looks good. That doesn't have any collision problems. This is going to get XML'd, so this is might not be able to if it's a 4. That might have to stay as it is, which isn't the end of the world. You only see it for a second. So let's grab that like so. All right, good. And then that should work on both the mains. Nice. Usually I use a large pivot for these. I'm not, so I have to use a different system here to trigger the interior doors. I don't like timing. I hate timing with a passion. Usually what I'll do is a large pivot so that it reads out its position. I wish the devs would add the functionality where this would tell me its current position. Because it doesn't do that, I have to do other things, so it's not the end of the world. I might try to do it with a compression switch. Should I forget the name of it? What the hell is it called? Contact sensor. Trying to think of the best way to do this interior door here. Where is the hub coming up? Hub comes up to here. Okay. Let's put a contact sensor in, because normally what I'll do is I'll use the big pivots. It tells me its position. That's the best way to do it because it will report where the pivot is. So when the pivot is anywhere in transition, the inner doors come out. When it's not in transition, it doesn't. So that's kind of nice. But this is kind of what I have to kind of play with this a little bit because of the way it's set up now. I think the best way to do this here. I could do a distance sensor as well, so let's do that. Not my favorite to have to do all this crap, but kind of is what it is, you know? Actually, I could do this all with a distance sensor. Let's do that then. I could do this all with a distance sensor. Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll check the distance on these. In the different positions. So, prefer the other way, but this is what I'm kind of dealing with here, so. Alright, so that center door should be up. These doors, these cover doors should be up when it's in its down position, so 0.25 or 0.24 or greater. So, 0.24 or greater. Okay, and then we'll close them. Now read the distance sensor. So this is the other closed position is... Okay, perfect. That actually works really well. That's going to be really good. So let's go to the center position here. So that's the center position. Notice it's a bigger number. So now the distance sensor is going to work in both positions. That's even easier. That's beautiful. That'll make it really easy. Nice. Excellent. So what we'll do here is let's get this gear panel made up. Blank. I like making gear. It's fun. Usually I do it the other way, but this way is actually probably not going to be too bad here. Okay. So there's going to be the panels. This needs to be a number output to the gear motors. All right. Gear motors, that's going to all of them. All right. And then this is going to be number input. Let's see. Number 1. I don't know. We'll do port main. Star main. Okay. That's going to be port main int door. All right, for interior door, this is going to be star main interior door. All right, nice. So let's get in there really quick. We'll start working with this. Okay. Do an up-down counter, going there. This will be 0.001, enabled 0 to 1. That's just going to control the gear motors. I don't know why I called it gear motors, so just do it gear. Because they would be gear motors, IRL. So gear. Alright. Okay. So let's see how this works. So if the port main is less than, and then we're going to put, do the same on this one. Starboard main. And then we'll put a property number in here. So this is going to be less than 0.25. What we'll do is we will control the interior doors. And we'll do that. And this way that they're independently controlled, so if one of the gear is sagging compared to the other or slower, it will still make the doors work fine. That's port. Okay, port, starboard. Okay. And so they'll be at 0 position. And then this one they'll go to, no, so they'll be, yeah, 0 position. Then these will be 1s here. Okay, and this will be 1 for the interior door open positions, which will be their default positions. No, like that. Okay. There we go. All right, that'll work. All right, so let's run these really quick. Let's grab a panel. All right, so that is port main. That's going to be starboard main. There's the distance sensor right there. Distance sensor. We have gear. I'm going to hook it up to the 2 main motors this time, and then I'll work the nose wheel in a second. Port main and interior door and starboard main interior door. Let's check these out, see how they fold. All right, so you notice the doors are stowed. They're not stowed. That one's stowed. What the hell happened to the other one? Why is that one not working now? Starboard main interior door. Okay, you should be reading the same as the other one here. Okay. What the frick, man? What the frick, man? Did I not plug this in? I may not have plugged that in. Check it. Starboard main distance sensor. Okay, I'll have to go look at the distance sensor, see why it's misbehaving. What are you reading there, distance sensor? Okay, so it needs to be like 0.26. That's why. Okay, let's go up a number. 0.26. Okay. That should close now. It is. Okay, so those are closed. All right, now we'll flip the switch. They should open. All right, what's this doing? There we go. That's not gonna work. Okay. It's not gonna work like that. All right. We could put the distance sensor in here. Let's do it. Where's the leg? Right here is the leg. All right, let's put the distance sensor there. I might have to track this, so that's not going to work well. Yeah, I might have to put a track segment there, so that's going to go here. Actually, I'll go through the work of actually moving these because they're already connected, so it's going to take me, save me just as much time to go like this. Oh, come on, man. Go like that. Need to retool them now. Reconfigure the numbers. This will be a little bit more precise. I do love the big pivot method, though. I really wish they would just give us the ability to use these small pivots and read their current position. Because we could just do it with a composite node. But they may not know that's something we want, so I got to put in a request for that. Okay, we'll go back to controlling them via this, if I can ever get aligned again correctly. All right, so we'll go back to manually controlling these. All right. So let's see, the open position is 0.5. So let's see, open is 0.5. Problem is when you obscure the block, it sometimes will read a high number. So, and what's the closed value? Closed value is 0.5. Okay. 0.5. Let's see what an open position looks like. 0.47. 0.5. What's the exact number? 0.5. And then this is 3.2. Okay. And then that is, okay. So that actually isn't too bad. Let's get rid of this. Let's go ahead and put a corner piece in here because that's our fuel tank. So we want as much fuel as I can get in there. All right, let's go here, put these back on the gear fold. Because I don't want any clipping if I can avoid it, so. It's not hurting anything, but I don't want to see it either, so. All right, so if it's less than 0.5, I want to go into the open position, which is 1. Or I want to, yeah, so I want to go in the closed position, which is, the open position was a 0. So the off positions will be 1. All right, let's try that. Make sure it's all plumbed in correctly. Distance sensor, interior door, make sure that's interior door, yep. And then let's go into the gear. All right, and we'll spawn that up. All right, doors should be closed. The doors are closed. We should swing them. Doors should open. They do. A little bit flappy there. I can put an and keep them from flapping, but might just let them do what their thing is. And then when they close, there we go. Bingo, done. So they'll get a little flappy in here because they'll get, at some point, they'll hit a 5 value where it tells them they can come back up. But like right there, they get a little twitchy, but it's not the end of the world. So that's pretty good. So they work pretty well, pretty flawlessly. And by doing them this way, it makes it so that they can't hit, the doors won't get jammed up. See a lot of people, their doors end up jamming up. This way your doors don't jam up because they, doors really can't jam up because only when they're out of the way can they hit. So, all right, good. All right, so let's work on the nose wheel. You gotta go, Rasmus. We'll see you later. Alright. Let me count this door panel here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, it's a 4. I can't XML this in. Not the end of the world. I don't mind that little block there, so it's not too bad. Alright. So I need to work on the nose wheel. So let's see. So we'll do it probably Maybe here. All right, and we'll read that value out. Okay, that goes to this one. All right. So I need to see when I want these doors open and closed on this one. All right, starting value on this one's 0.75. As they close, it goes to, let's see, 0.75. All right, so they should be closed over 0.75. Okay. So that's going to be number input, nose dist. All right, and this is going to be number output to nose doors. Okay. 0.75. Greater than 0.75, they should be closed. Yeah, greater than 0.75. Let me update this real quick and check it again before I screw it up. That means I just have to run it again. So let's see. All right, if it's greater than 0.75, they should be closed. All right. Those doors. Mains. All right, and the one position is, let's see. Let's run that. Plumb that in. There. All right, let's run this. So those doors should be closed and they're not, so that's backwards, I guess. Yeah, it's backwards. All right. So you flip that number. All right, door nose. Okay, I need to fix that. It's hitting there. I need to fix the XML block in there. Okay. That needs its XML block. All right. Do I have a 1x2? That's gonna be a collision there. Okay, that'll work. Let's see what I have for blocks here. I think I have a 1x2x3. 1x2x3. Where are you, guy? 1x2x3. Look at that. There it is. All right. Common block for me to have to use. So this helps clean it up. And I get the hate people have for XML, and it's like, it lets you do the things you want in a sandbox game. Sounds pretty damn good to me, man. You want to have something look the way you want it to? You can. Yeah, you want to. It's a pretty damn good thing as far as I'm concerned. Would it be nice if you didn't have to? Sure, but it's, at the end of the day, lets you do what you want. It's a good thing. That's not gonna work there. I need to go to here. Okay, I need to go there. And merge this with that. Where are you? Where is your collision, sir? Where is your collision, my sir? Where's the collision in this block here? Right there. No. You find its collision. There we go. Alright. We found it. There we go. Alright, let's run this now. Right, nice and clean and closed up in there, and then flip the gear. Okay, that's gonna be funky. Probably because the door is getting in the way. Let me look. Yeah, the door gets in the way with that block there, I think. Okay. Alright, I've got an idea what to do here. Alright. That's one reason I don't like using a distance sensor if I can avoid it. If I can avoid a distance sensor, I usually try to, because it's not as good as doing it a different way. I think. See what the wedge is. The wedge is going to be probably too small, maybe. Let me try it. Try a wedge, see what this looks like. As I rotate it through its numbers here. Okay, so down is 0.63. Down 0.63. Let's look at the actual number. 6226697. Okay. Okay. And then up is 0.49. So 26697. And then what's that? That is 0.49. Okay. 0.49. Alright, so that will be doors open or doors closed. Greater than 0.5 and let's see. I think the best way to do this was to do an and condition on this one. let's go back. I'm trying to keep it simple, so I want to see if there's another place I can put that. That's not going to give me enough change to do that. See what the rotary distance on this is going to be if I rotate it. Problem is I'm going to put... yeah, that's not going to work there either. Crap and crap. Could do it vertically down, but... yeah, let's do it vertically down. Screw it. Right, we're at... I need to reconnect it. The new one here. Nope, it's connected. Okay, I did move it correctly. All right. Right, we're at 1.7 in the down position. So 1.7 for down. And that should descend to the up position is going to be 0.50 to 119. Okay. So I need something between, let's see, does it just climb at that point? So it's 0.5 and it only climbs. Okay. Less than 0.51. 0.51 to 1.69. Might change the other ones to be like that. Right. Okay. All right, let's run this one. And I might do the same with these. I don't know, the other ones aren't too bad, so let's hook this back up. Gear is gonna go and articulate this. This is still doing the gear doors, and then that's plugged back in. All right, spawn it, check these. So those should be closed. They are, they're closed. This will probably work better. There we go, doors open, gear comes in. Nice. All right, good. That worked well. So I'm happy with that. That's pretty good. All right, so gear is pretty much licked at the moment. So we can get rid of all this hubbaloo here. Should add symmetry on for that. Get rid of the jack stands. That's all working. Nice. All right, nice. So we have gear that works. Let's see. Do we want to work on the ramp next, I think? Let's probably do that. Let's work on the ramp. Oh, palette cleanser from dicking around with that. So let's check the mechanism on how I want to run this. Need to grab under here too. All right. 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 5. That's 5. Okay. Yeah, it's annoying that that's like that. I want to keep this smooth as I can get it. So. It's jamming up, which is fine. I can make that work. So that's gonna pull it up and in. All right, good. Yep, that's why, you know, putting in half blocks really helps that sort of thing, because they have half the collision. I don't like the mechanism, but that's I don't like these hanging out, but that's at present that's working. Could hinge it. I'm not a fan of the hinges though, so we'll see. Maybe I'll hinge it. Let's try a hinge on there, see if I like it or I hate it. Got one more on hinge, I think. Both going the right way? They are, but they're upside down. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that because of the way it buckles it, but what I can do to fix the buckling is go like that. Yeah, that doesn't really fix the buckling all that bad. Not that much. Let's try that. No, don't do that. Spawn it, please. Thank you. Take it easy there, guy. It's actually not bad. Not pretty good there. Having a low ramp entry angle makes it easier to get stuff into, so that works out pretty well. A little bit of a gap on it. Not a huge fan of that. Put 1x3s in there. That would probably work. Let's stick with that for now, and then if I want to change it later, I can change it later. not too bad. Alright, good. So that's kind of figured out. Just trying to get some of the main important components in there. Let's see. How's it going there, Stalemate? Things are going well. Things are going well. Currently working on a small little cargo plane for, or not necessarily a cargo plane, a small little plane for missions and whatnot, for doing rescues, some cargo. But having an opening cargo door is the big part of what this one's all about. So, yep, that's not too bad. All right, guys, so I think I'm going to take a break, and I think I'll jump off for the day. So let me get, let's talk out the members here. But, yeah, so good progress today. Got some fuel moved. I have the new cleanup system for cleanup oil in the event that I drip some oil out into the environment. So that's pretty good. We're working on this plane a little bit here and there. I'm not going to spend too much time on it all at once, but we'll do a little bit at a time and try to get that plane up and running. We can use some of the old craft until that gets going there. That'll help with rescues, cargo, stuff like that. Definitely moving jet fuel is a good way to make money. So thank you, Side Amount, Connor O'Boyle, Danny, Sergeant Chaos, Aaron Pears, All Citrus, and FS Gamer for being members. Thank you to Chicken Swore for being a patron. Thank you, guys. For watching. Thank you to all the subscribers. If you're interested in any of the merch for the Christmas season, it's up on the Discord and should be linked down below. If you're interested in subbing, becoming a member, that's all down there as well. Or Patreon, that's also there. If you have yet to subscribe, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed the video and liked it, if you could please give that a like, I'd appreciate that. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.